So I would want to invite us to look at the impact that is going to happen to all of us as Kenyans.
Correct.
Number one, Fred, in your opening remark, you said we had the laziest
president.
Of
or
course. lame duck president.
No. I used lazy.
Yeah, he used to be called lame duck, I remember,
lazy.
for a long time. And that is why, by that definition or any other, that is why people rejected his political project, the Azimio candidate, because they did not want extension of that regime into this current regime. Comparatively, Kenyans are looking at the performance of this government, because government is meant to secure us food-wise, threat-wise, health-wise, to make sure that we are thriving. And Kenyans are saying this regime is not doing that. When it comes to fuel, it is unfortunate that we are beginning to debate about the reduction of the VAT and overlooking the fact that last week you and I paid less for fuel than we are paying today. This morning.
Why did we pay less?
Because the hiking had not happened.
Why is the hiking there?
Well, that's what we are coming to now.
Correct.
That's what we're coming to now.
Let's go there.
And we need to understand that we're being told about the Strait of Hormuz, they're talking about the economic factors, but we need to understand that we have not received a consignment in the last 2 weeks to effect the cost of fuel at the pump. When you talk about the VAT reduction, that is not what we should be focusing on. The question should be, how do you justify the 20-something, the 40-something shillings that has been pumped up? Okay. How do we defend that? Okay. And then be mindful, how is that going to affect the Kenyans?
That's true.
Because even if VAT was taken out, 16%, even if all of it was taken out, fuel will still be high.
And there's a reason why. There's a reason why, and I'll explain.
Because the government must have mitigative measures to make sure that we are able to cushion ourselves, not through subsidy. Remember this regime, when they came into office, they were a regime that perhaps, needless to say, people are not supporting, but now they're supporting. That's why we have the broad-based arrangement. But people, they say they were not going to effect any subsidy. Remember, the Unga subsidy was taken off.
Yeah.
Fuel
subsidy was taken off.
It was taken off. So let's have a conversation that is very objective.
Maybe you give...
Let me,
yes.
I can... I was quite all through trying to get, some sense, out of whatever my brother is saying. And all the noise because that is noise that he was making. There's no facts. There's no actual facts that he has stated in the last, few minutes that he was on the table. And I want to take you back to Article 152, 150 there, about the roles of or you asked him a question about should the cabinet secretary
take responsibility
and resign. He said no, because the PS is the accounting officer. But Article 152 of the Constitution stipulates the roles of a cabinet secretary. One of the roles of the cabinet secretary is to advise the president. Number two is to manage and take accountability of the whole ministry. Now, when the cabinet secretary of energy is just seated and not taking responsibility, he sits and says, I don't know whatever was happening. I have no idea of whatever was happening. That shows how incompetent that guy is, how idealist that guy is, and how fast he should go home. That is, to state that one for fact. Number two, the reduction of 16% to 8%, those are just theatrics. As my brother says here, the Strait of Hormuz was closed a few weeks ago, or 3 weeks ago. We have not received any consignment in the country for, almost a whole month. The cabinet secretary himself was again on records, on media, saying, we are sorted. For the next 6 to 8 months, we are sorted as a country. There's no need to panic. We have enough fuel to sustain the country. Now, where is the rise coming in? If at all, kwa tank, mafuta imejaa na imesettle. Sasa imeongezeka kwa sababu kuna mahali kuna vita. My brother, I don't know what is, how if they dream with Uhuru, what has Uhuru has to do with this? I mean, the old man is just resting somewhere. How lazy was he? This guy managed this country with COVID and managed this country with the Ukraine and Russia. And I can remind you, during Ukraine and Russia, that was when we were hard we were hard. What do we call it?
Hard hit.
We were hard hit. And then we were buying a barrel at 98 shillings and another one at 100 shillings, both diesel and petrol, respectively. Right now, we are buying at 141 and I think at 138 for diesel. But now then, mafuta raised and we were really hit.
So
mafuta raised to around 140, 160. Today, both of them are at around 100 and
so
it was 206 and now 10 shillings deducted, it's 190 shillings. Now, I don't know what my brother is, and I don't know what Kenyans he is speaking on behalf of, and what Kenyans are listening here, and how happy they are trying to listen to, to whatever he is trying to explain. And mafuta and fuel is the epitome of the Kenyan economy.
Just to try and buttress this matter,